Hey guys, welcome to Wednesday's lesson. We are still working through our customary units of measurement, converting from one unit to another. And today is all about capacity. So far this week, we've looked at length, weight, and now we're on to capacity. Remember, capacity is how much liquid a container can hold. So let's get started. All right, so I'm sure you've been wanting another of Miss Ross's songs to help you. And this might be one of my favorite songs that I teach my kids all year long. It's the Land of Gallon. Some of you probably remember learning about the Land of Gallon in classes in other years, or maybe you made Gallon Man. So my song helps you remember Land of Gallon. So if you look up here, you can see the conversion chart. The conversion chart tells me that 1 gallon equals 4 quarts, 1 quart equals 2 pints, 1 pint equals 2 cups, and 1 cup equals 8 fluid ounces. But that's a lot to have to memorize. And so some really smart person came up with the Land of Gallon. And I took their idea and I put it into a song to help you remember how to draw the Land of Gallon. And the song goes like this. In the Land of Gallon there lived 4 queens. Each and every queen had just 2 things. A prince and a princess to call their own. And each prince and princess had 2 children of their own. Each of the children were 8 years old, and that's the Land of Gallon, or so I've been told. So there you go, that's the song. But remember, a song means nothing if we can't put it into good use. And so how do we use the song to help us? We use it to draw our Land of Gallon. And so it would go like this. In the Land of Gallon, there live 4 queens. So we draw a big G. And inside of our big G, we're going to draw 4 Q's for the 4 quarts inside of a gallon. All right, sorry, I decided I wanted them to all be different colors so you could see them better. All right, so we have our Land of Gallon, our big G, and inside of our Land of Gallon, we have 4 queens, which represent the 4 quarts that make up a gallon. In the Land of Gallon, there lived 4 queens. Each and every queen had just 2 things, a prince and a princess to call their own. So the next thing we're going to do is inside of our quarts, our Q's, we're going to draw 2 P's to represent the 2 pints that make up a quart. And here's what's really great about this drawing. Now, not only can I see that there are 4 quarts inside of a gallon, but I can also see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pints inside of a gallon as well. That isn't over here in my conversion chart. I could figure it out by doing 2 times 4, which gets me 8, but I have all the conversions I need in my picture, even if they're not listed on my conversion chart. So we say, in the Land of Gallon, there lived 4 queens. Each and every queen had just 2 things, a prince and a princess to call their own, and each prince and princess had 2 children of their own. So now we have to put in the children, or the cups. Each prince and princess have 2 children. So inside of each P, we're going to put 2 C's to represent the 2 cups inside of 1 pint. So now I can see all of the cups inside of my gallon. So look at what's so great about this chart. I know that there are 4 quarts in a gallon. I know that there are 2, 4, 6, 8 pints in a gallon. And I also know that there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 cups inside of a gallon. That's not listed over here in my conversion chart, but I can see it in my picture. I can also see that inside of 1 quart, there are 2 pints, but there are also 1, 2, 3, 4 cups. 4 cups make up a quart. Pretty cool. In the land of Gallon, there lived 4 queens. Each and every queen had just 2 things, a prince and a princess to call their own. Each prince and princess had 2 children of their own. Each of the children were 8 years old, and that's the land of Gallon, or so I've been told. The last thing that we're going to put in is our fluid ounces. So 8 years old for ounces. Every cup has 8 fluid ounces in it. So right next to the C, I'm going to write 8 to show that there are 8 fluid ounces inside of a cup. And there you have it, our finished land of Gallon, all the way down to the fluid ounces. Now, you could do a math problem to figure out how many fluid ounces are in a gallon. Can you figure out what that math problem would be? Press pause, see if you can do it yourself, and then press play to see if you're right. Okay, so to figure out how many fluid ounces are in a gallon, we're going to count up all of our 8s. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 8s. So I would need to do the math problem 16 times 8. 8 times 6 is 48. 8 times 1 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there are 128 fluid ounces inside of 1 gallon. Inside of 1 quart, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 8s. 4 times 8 is 32. There are 32 fluid ounces inside of a quart. Inside of a pint, there are 2 8s, which is 16. There are 16 fluid ounces inside of a pint. So you can see by using this visual chart, it makes it even easier to see how gallons, quarts, pints, cups, and fluid ounces relate to one another. We'll be using this chart to help us solve our problems today. So just remember, in the land of Gallon, there lived 4 queens. Each and every queen had just 2 things, a prince and a princess to call their own. Each prince and princess had 2 children of their own. Each of the children were 8 years old, and that's the land of Gallon, or so I've been told. If you can remember that song, you can remember how to draw your land of Gallon. It's going to be so helpful for you as we move on to the next video where we start to solve problems. So take a minute, go back and pause this video, practice drawing your land of Gallon. Have it drawn in your journal or somewhere in your workspace because you're going to be using that in our next video as we start to solve problems. See you at the next video.